Hi, my name is Chris Gates. I was born in '55. I'm 56 years old. My hometown is right on the county line between Manlius and Chittenango, New York. I've worked at over 100 different organizations. I have a lot of education. I have a Master of Business Administration from Syracuse University in International Business and Finance. I also have a Master of Public Administration from the #1 public administration school at the master's level. Never been paid for either one of those. Never had a job that paid a grade rate. But I learned a lot at all the different places I worked. A lot of the times I would take a job and had the view that I could get something, I could learn something that I could bring home, make something, not to steal their information, but the way things are done, the science, the things that they don't even know they're using, I could use in the garage. Sort of a belief in enablement. I've been inventing, I suppose, since I was a kid. And I think it's important to know that where do you draw the line in invention? Anytime you create something, in a sense, you're inventing. People get credit for being an inventor when they invent something that other people can use, or it's marketed, or it's associated with that person. So there are a lot of things, just to make the inventions that I'm going to show you, there were a lot of things sort of invented just to make those things. I'm going to show you that the one thing I want to show you is the bird feeder. It's the most elaborate and involved product. It was expensive to make, and it took a lot of trials. This is the bird feeder. It's called the dynamic bird feeder. It consists of a hopper on top and a wheel on the bottom. And when the wheel moves, when a bird lands on the wheel moves like this or like this. And when the wheel moves, a seed is dispensed from right here, this tube. I'll show you it in action in just a few minutes. The bird goes for the seed, and that throws the wheel off again, and it moves, which drops another seed. Now that's one bird. Several birds will get on it. Then there's a competitive factor that's involved, so I call it the dynamic feeder. I patented the design. There are different types of patents. There are utility patents, design patents, and process patents. I have 1 or 2 utility patents and two design patents. This one is a design patent. Design patents are, well, it depends on what it is, what the strength of the patent is. For this, a design patent is great. Alright, the other thing I patented on this is the top. It is a simple top. Right here, you can open it with 2 fingers and pour the seed in. It doesn't let water in. And if a squirrel gets on it, he can't open it, because how can you open or lift something that you're standing in? That's how it works. So that's the dynamic feeder. The first thing I invented was a drip silencer. I was out of college, and I knew that I had an apartment and I had a drippy faucet. I couldn't rely on the landlord to fix it. I asked many times, it just didn't happen. I sent out a survey. I bought a list of names and sent out a questionnaire to 1,000 people in an envelope. I bought a mail permit, sent it to 1,000 houseware wholesale related people from this list, and I got back 83 responses, which is 8%, which is good. Then later, this is before I made this device. I did one more survey. I spent $156 to get a directory, which is like a telephone directory of houseware wholesalers. This time I put the name of the person on the envelope and put a real post stamp on it. I sent out 321 and got back something like 100. It turned out to be 32% response. And I've been trying to figure out what the flaw in the survey is, because it's such a high amount, you just wonder. But anyway, they didn't know what it was I was going to propose. This is it. It's the drip way. It's a drip silencer. I created the whole thing from scratch. And what it is, I put it in a bag that's a little bit overdone, but quality. It's all about quality here. When you get started, you want quality, or you don't want quality to be an issue, so you get plenty of quality. Here's what it looks like. Some people say it looks like a whale condom. And what it is, it's nice and stretchy, fits over any faucet or shower head, and it stays there. And General Latex made this material. It's the same as what they make condoms and balloons out of. Plus it has clay and wax, so that this can be used over and over again. You've probably blown up a balloon and tried to reuse it again, deflated it. In the morning you can't blow it up again because it's all stuck together. Well, this has something in it which keeps it from doing that. This will last on a hot water faucet for maybe 3 months. It should cost $1 to $2, and all it does is silence the drip, and it works great. Everything I did works great, I swear to God. And everything I applied for in patenting, I got 4 of them. There was a 5th I started out, but I didn't have the money and I abandoned it. But anyways, here we go. Alright, I'm going to show you, here's the next one, the solar powered fountain. This is a finished, for sale, solar powered fountain. Notice that's made out of copper there. And there's a lily pad, and if you look really close, you'll see that the lily pad actually has the pattern of the lily pad on it. I traveled 40 miles to get an impression of a lily pad. I had to make 4 trips, so that's 8 times 4, 80 times 4, 320 miles to get this impression here to make this pad from. All this stuff adds up. That's it. It's got a Maxon motor, which is one of the highest quality motors. The idea is to get the most out of the motor. This is only half a watt of electricity at 1 volt. So that motor has to be efficient. It is efficient. It's about 70% efficient. It turns a tiny impeller inside there. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show you one. Here's an impeller that came out of the mold. You can barely see it, I know. But anyways, this is done in the kitchen, and I think I just, unbelievably, let's try another one here. Erect that one. There we go. It's got 6 vanes on it. I made them all kinds of shapes and sizes to get the best result, and this is, it's not the best, it's the second best, but don't tell anybody. So if I want to up it another 30%, I have another one that's better. But anyways, so that's the solar powered fountain, the stretchy rubber funnel, and the bird feeder with a bird feeder top. Now I'm going to show you the bird feeder outside and the solar powered fountain in action. But first, I want you to take a look at the shop here. This is typical of inventor. I'm in my shop clothes. Notice my tattered shirt and the chipmunk that's just objecting to my presence. Now I'm going to show you the shop. First thing I'm going to show you is a robot. This robot cut parts to the fountain. It cut that groove around the edge, and that's what made the displacement inside of the fountain. This is the robot upside down. It's basically, most people would consider it junk. I'm just afraid to throw it away because this is the frog on top of the fountain, which you'll see. I had a girlfriend who worked for Julius Lowy Company for 10 years. Unfortunately, I didn't have a son, but I did have a frog. And it's a nice one, I gotta say. Here we go outside. This is the shop. This is a robot. This is a benchtop robot, Fisner robot. This now puts together the fountains. It picks up a part, puts the adhesive down, puts the part in place, and welds it with ultraviolet light. Notice how nice and neat and clean everything is here. And it's not really the way I want it, but it's all for a thrill. Okay, here we go. Maybe you can see the fountain out here. You can see the bird feeder. Nothing's on the bird feeder right now. And here's the fountain. For some reason we're getting some strange light. But anyway, you can see the fountain and the frog. What it's doing is it's taking water, it's taking sunlight from the sun. turning it into electricity, turning a 3/4 watt motor at 1 volt. Some of the, it's turning an impeller which pumps the water. This is springtime early in the day, and when it's really going, it'll go 15 inches high. Right now it's going about half that. And that's it. And there's a bird on the feeder. And there he goes. I just scared him away. But you can see, now this feeder's been up there for 10 years. Oop, he's a little chicken. Well, he's not chicken, but he's chickadee. It's a great demonstration. The different birds do different things with it. That one is a chickadee or a nuthatch, and what they do is they actually use it exactly as you would think a bird would use it. They turn it in the correct direction, and they look at the tube that they come out of that I showed you before, and then they catch the seed and fly away. Now the chickadee, which was just on it, those are a different bird. They're lighter, and what they tend to do, instead of going in one direction, they tend to go from one side to the other until they finally work one out. So it's a great combination. These here, the solar powered fountain, I was able to make, I don't know, sell about 500 of them from the internet. I've never sold them in stores. Well, this year I'm trying it. Everything's expensive. I don't think people understand anymore where products come from. This is not made in China, and it is not cheap. And that's it. That's all I have for now. We'll send it on, see what you think, and if you want more, I'd be glad to do it. Thank you very much.